Hello, good day. Welcome to this AutoCAD training. I'm your instructor, Prince Christopher. In our previous trainings, we started with these assignments, and we have done most of this. We've also looked at this. We did this in the last class. In this class, we are going to do this. And we are going to do this using the coordinates method, which we have treated before, and we're also going to do the same thing using the coordinate method too. We also have this example. So we are going to be treating three examples in this particular video session. We are going to start with this. I will switch over to AutoCAD. Like I said, the first thing you need to do is to specify the units you'll be working with, which is millimeters, and a whole number, the limits. Enter 0,0. I'm going to use 15,15 for this, and zoom out all. We have a rectangle, and this is 38.5 by 17. I will click on the rectangle tool, which is this, and specify the center as 0,0. We have 38.5, 17. (38.5, 17), which is what we have here. I'm going to click to accept that input. We have this small circle here, which is 7.5 to the x-axis, and we also have this to the top as 4. I'm going to zoom in a little bit in order to explain this. From the center point of this small circle to the center point of this circle is 10. We also have the distance here to be 4. 4 plus 10, that is 14. 17 minus 14 is going to give us 3. Where am I getting the 17 from? The total width rather of this rectangle is 17. So what I just did was to add 10 plus 4, giving me 14. 17 minus 14, which is 3. The coordinate I'm going to use is 7.5 to the x-axis and 3 on the y-axis. Go back to AutoCAD, click on the circle tool, use 0,0, and 0,0. Okay, no, use the circle tool. We have 7.5, 3. This is it, and the diameter is what? Is 3. Okay, the diameter is 2. You click on diameter and type 2. Okay, the same thing applies to this one at the top. For us to get the one at the top, we are going to use 13. So this here is 3, the distance here is 3, and the distance here is 10. So this is 3.5. I'm using this here, 3.5 on the x-axis and 13 on the y-axis. Click on the circle tool, 3.5, comma 13, and click on diameter. Okay, type D and type 2. We have gotten the other circle, which is this. In order for us to get this, we are going to have this is 3.5, this is 4.5, which is making it 8. Okay, so we have 8 on the x-axis, and we have 8 on this x-axis. Then we now have to calculate the value of y. So from here we have this distance to be 7. The distance from this point is 7. How do we get this? This is 7. Okay, the distance from this point to the top here isn't given. The distance from here to here is 4. This is 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 9. 4 plus 3, 7 plus 9, that's 16. So this space here is 1. This space here is 1. I'm trying to figure out this distance. Okay, so from here to here is 7, and here to here is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 7 is going to give us 12. So it means we have 8 on the x-axis and 12 on the y-axis. Click on the circle tool. We have 8, 12, and we have this. The diameter is what? Type D for diameter 4. We have successfully drawn these 3 circles. We'll move over to this area, and one thing we are going to do is to do this. So what we are going to do here is simply say 38 subtracted from 8 is going to give us 30.5. So we are moving away from the center point, and this is going to give us 30.5. So for us to get this one here, we have 30.5 on the x-axis and 5 on the y-axis. Click on the circle tool. We have 30.5 on the x-axis and we have 5 on the y-axis. The diameter is what? 4. Click on type D for diameter and type 4. Enter. Okay, this we have 30.5, 38 subtracted from 4 And how are we getting our 4? The distance from this center point, the edge to, okay, the distance from this circle here to this point is 8, and we have 4 here, which can be assumed to be the center, or we can calculate it from this point. All we need to do is 3.5 plus 4.5 plus 23 plus 4. That's what? 35. So the distance from the center point of this circle to this point is 3.5. So what we have is 38.5 38.5 subtracted from 38.5 subtracted from what we just got, which is 30, which is 35 rather, will give us 3.5. Okay, so we say 38.5 minus 3.5, which is 35. So from here to here on the x-axis we get 35. On the y-axis, what are we going to get? We have 4. On the y-axis we have 4. On the x-axis 35. Click on the circle tool. 35, 4, and the diameter is 2. Type D, 2. Yes. We also have one at the top. This is 5. 5 plus 9 is what? 14. So it means the distance from here to here is 14 on the x-axis. Then we need to know where this center point is. What we do is 3.5 plus 4.5 plus 23. That is 31. So 31 on the x-axis and 14 on the y-axis. Click. Okay. We have 31 on the x-axis and 14 on the y-axis. The diameter is 2. We type 2. So from here you can see that we have successfully we have drawn this. Not difficult. You just have to understand the coordinates and you can do that. This N is going to be given as an assignment, which I would like you to try it out. The next thing we are going to look at is this. This is a very simple design, something we have done before, drafting. All you need to do is to create another image and understand the drawing. That's the basic thing. The first thing you need to do in AutoCAD is to try your possible best and understand the drawing. The drawing is what matters the most. Okay. What we have here, we have a rectangle. The x-axis is 55 and the y-axis is 45. Move over to AutoCAD and create a new drawing. Specify the units. Hit enter. Click OK. Set the limits rather. I'm going to use 60 comma 60, zoom, enter, all, enter, escape, limit 60, zoom, enter. Okay, rectangle, click on rectangle and specify it 0, 0. Dimension, we have 55 by 45. Escape 0, 0. You're supposed to start with the dimension, 55, hit 45, which is this. Let's see. From here we have this. I want to get this circle, and 15 to the x-axis, 10 to the y-axis. Okay, click on the circle tool. I don't know if all this we are given in diameter. All this we are given in diameter. Click on this. We have 15 to the x-axis, or escape. 15 to the x-axis, 10 to the y-axis, and the diameter is 9. We have 15 to the x-axis, 10 to the y-axis. Click on diameter and type 9. For this we have 40 and 10. 40 to the x-axis, 10 to the y-axis. Okay, we have 40, 10, and we have the as 9. For this we have 10, 22.5, and our diameter is 6. 10, 22.5, circle 10, 22.5, and D for diameter 6. Okay, we have this as 15, 35, diameter is 9. 15, 35, diameter is 9. Click on the circle tool. Circle tool, you have 15. Yes, 15, 35. 15, 35, and the diameter is 9. D, enter, 9. Okay, for this we have 45, 22.5. Click on the circle tool. We have 45, 22.5. Hit enter, and the diameter D is 6. Okay, we have this, which is the last one. We have 40 again, 35. Click on the circle tool. We have 40, 35, and the diameter is 9. So you can see that the usage of coordinate is limitless. You can do a lot of things using the coordinate system in using AutoCAD for drafting. You can do a lot of things. It's not limited to one. Okay, we are not done. We have one. This is 27.5, 27.5 and 22.5. Click on the circle tool. We have 27.5, 22.5, and the diameter is 16. Diameter 16. Hit enter. Okay, this is the second example we have done for this class. We did this as the first one, and this is the second example we are going to go into. I'm going to revisit these works we are doing, and also use do the same example using the editing tools. Right now we are also going to be looking at some other tools in AutoCAD. We are going to look at the move tool, we are going to look at the copy tool, we are going to look at the rotate tool, we are going to look at the scale tool, we are also going to look at the trim tool. One other tool we might look at might be the mirror tool. Yeah, okay, it might be included. So for this, we are going to start with the move tool. The move tool is basically, we know what is move. The move tool is used in moving an object from one place to another. So you can move an object from point A. Let's assume this is point A. You can move the object to this second point, which can be taken as our point B. All you need to do is to come here, click on the zoom tool, on the move tool rather, select the object you want to select, you want to move, hit enter, right click. You can either hit enter or you left click. Sorry, you right click and select the base point. I want to move this to this point. That's it. That's how the move tool works. Once again, Ctrl Z, you click on the move tool, you select the object you want to move, select the center, the base point, and you move it. You can move it to any point on your workspace. Next tool we are going to look at is the copy tool, and this is something you will definitely come across. The copy tool is used in making duplicates of an object over a specified distance. Click on the copy tool on your modify palette, select the object you want to make copies of, click on enter, select the base point just like you did when using the move tool, and click. You can make a lot of copies of a particular object. We talked about polar tracking. The object snap. So this is basically the function of the object snap and polar tracking. I've successfully used the copy tool in making duplicates of these objects. Next thing we are going to do is use the rotate tool. The rotate tool is being used in rotating an object around a specified axis, and this is the rotate tool. This is it. Select the rotate tool, select the object you want to rotate, and specify the base point. Move tool uses a base point, copy tool uses a base point, rotate tool uses a base point. So this time I'm going to select here as my base point. You can see how I am rotating it around that specified base point. I'm going to use the rotate tool again, but this time I'm going to select a different base point so that you know you can see the difference. I've selected it. I'm going to use the center point this time as a base point. So you can see that this object is rotating around the base point, around that axis, around the point I selected. So depending on where you want to move your object to, or however you want to rotate your object, rather not move, however you want to rotate your object, you specify the correct base point. Because if you basically, if you select the wrong base point, you are going to rotate that object, but it might not give you exactly what you are looking for. I'm just going to rotate this way. The next tool I'm going to use is the scale tool. Then we talk about the trim tool. The scale tool, just like what we know normally about scaling, you are either increasing or you are decreasing. I will click on the scale tool, which is this. The scale tool is used in enlarging or reducing a selected object, keeping the proportions of the object the same after scaling. Click on the scale tool, select the object, hit enter. It's also asking me for a base point. I'll select the center point. So I want to scale this from the center uniformly. You see what's happening? It is scaling from the center. But if I do this and I click the side, so you can see that it is scaling what from the side. My base point is basically constant. My base point is constant. The same thing applies to the rotate. Your base point is constant. So I'm scaling this way. I'm scaling this way. When using AutoCAD or any 3D software, you need to know, or 2D, you need to know how to position your base point. The next tool I'm going to look at is the trim tool. The trim tool is basically used in removing excess objects from a drawing. I'm going to give a simple illustration regarding to this. Okay, I will use the rectangle tool, select this and use the rectangle tool again and create something random here. This is a trim tool. It has a scissors icon. You click on it. It says the trim tool, it trims objects to meet the edge of other objects. Click on it and hit enter once. You can see that whenever you hover, you bring your mouse over an object that is going to be trimmed, you are going to see this X icon, X bar that appears. What AutoCAD is telling you that this object can be trimmed. Click on it, click on it, click on it. All the objects you want to trim, all you just need to do is to click on them. Then yeah, you click on them and you have successfully used the trim tool. Okay, after we have done this, I have introduced you to these basic tools: the move tool, the copy tool, rotate tool, scale tool, and trim tool. It's time we use them properly in carrying out a design, or yeah, a 2D drafting. Okay, I'm going to do this again, but should I use this as an illustration, or I need to use this? Okay, for this I'm going to use this for this example. these two are what I'm going to use in this example. Okay, for this I'm going to start from the center point. We want to do this 2D object rather that looks like an anchor, and for this what I'm going to do is to start with this small circle that is inside here. We have a big circle. We have about 1 2 3 4 5. We have a lot of circles here, but I'm going to start with this inner one that has a radius of 8. I'll use my pan and move this out a little bit, and click on the circle tool. We have a radius of 8, we have a radius of 25. I'm going to type 8, enter, zoom in, click on the circle tool again. I'm also going to type 25. Okay, these are the two circles. I have drawn this circle of 25. I've also drawn this circle with radius 8. We also have another circle here, which is this circle that has a radius of 72. But before I get to that, I'm going to draw a line, a straight line from the center point of this circle. Click on the line tool and locate the center point. Click on it. Now these dots you are seeing here, this anchor point, they are called nodes. You can call them node or anchor point. I'm going to stretch it this way and hit the escape key. Click on the copy tool and make a copy of this. Hit enter, select the center point, and we have 64. Move my mouse this way and type 64. Hit escape. From here we have a radius of 6 and we have a radius of 10. Okay, I will draw another line from here to here. Hit escape, click on the circle tool, click this point. We have a radius of 6 and we have a radius of 10. That's that. I want to connect these 2 points together. How I will do that is to click on the line tool, zoom in very well, hold down the shift key on my keyboard, repeat, hold down the shift key on your keyboard, and do what? Right click on the circumference of this circle, right click, come down to locate tangent, click on tangent. This is tangent, and click. So what AutoCAD does, it places your line on the tangent of the circumference. So however you move your mouse cursor, it is always on the tangent of this circle. The same thing, hold down your shift key, right click, click on tangent. So wherever you place, it's putting it as a tangent. Hit escape key. We are almost there. This point, we are going to draw another circle with radius 56, and you can see the arrow is coming from this center point. So it means I'm going to use this point here as my reference and draw a circle with radius 56. Okay, click on the circle tool, click on the circle tool, radius 56, 56. Okay, this is it. I just successfully drew. There's a mistake there. There's a mistake there. Okay. 56. No. Yeah. 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. So it's giving me something totally different the other time. I've gotten this circle. The next circle I'm going to draw is this circle of 72. Then we have this one also, this circle of 5. But in order for me to make this very simple, there are few things I'm going to do. I'm going to trim this object. I'm going to trim this object. So I'm going to click on the trim tool, zoom in, and click on this to erase it. Click on this also to erase it. I've gotten this internal point. I want to get this external circle from here, and for me to get this point, it has a radius of 72. Use the circle tool, come here, type 72. Okay. The next thing we need to do is to get this circle of 72. And in order for us to get that, I'm going to draw a circle from this point with radius 72. Click on this circle tool, come down here, and here's a radius of 72. Click on OK. Okay, so we have drawn this particular circle. The next circle I need to draw is this smaller circle here, which has a radius of 5. Okay, click on the circle tool, the little drop down, and come down to turn radius. Click on this point, and type 5. Okay, Ctrl Z. I'll click on this point and click on this point, type 5. Okay, I've gotten this small circle here. I'm going to use the trim tool, which we have looked at before previously. Select this point, select this point, select this point. So you can now see this shape we have gotten, which is this. The next thing I'm going to do is to get these points here, and for me to get that point, I'm going to use the line tool, zoom in, hold down shift, right click, tangent, click on it, and right click again, click on tangent, select this line also, and escape. I'm going to zoom inside this point, click on tan radius, select this point and select this other point. The radius here is 10. I'm going to type 10. That's it. Use the trim tool, select this point, select this point, select this point, select this point, trim some edges that are not necessary, select this point also. I'm trimming excessive edges I don't want in my drawing. More of doing some kind of finishing for this. Select this circle and totally delete it because it's not necessary. Same thing applies to this. Okay, use the trim tool. I'm going to trim it from this point and also trim this. Escape, select them and delete this extra, delete them. These lines that are here also, I can delete them because I no longer need them. So you can see how we have done this example using this other extra editing tools we just learned. I'm going to move over to this assignment or third example. Simply the same thing. Just need to understand the drawing and apply some basic knowledge of what you just learned, and that's it. Okay, for this we are going to do this together. We have a circle, the bigger circle here, which has a diameter of 150. That's the diameter. You can see it here. Then the inner circle has a diameter of 100. Let's move with that. Before I go further, we have two lines here. We have two lines. We are going to also draw that line. These lines are the reference lines. Also, okay, yeah, these lines are the reference lines. I'm going to select this and pan a little bit. Use the circle tool and switch to diameter. We have 150. Enter. I can right click and repeat circle. Come here and type, before that click on diameter and type 100. Okay, I've simply done those two. The next thing I'm going to do now is to get these reference lines, which in order for me to do that, I'll simply click on the line tool, escape, drag it down a little bit, click on the line tool again, select this point and move it this way, click here and drag. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do, although due to this training I'm using some method, but there are other methods that are applicable. You can use some other method in doing this better. And in the advanced class, we are going to look at some other methods we could use in doing some of these things. Some of these designs or 3D 2D objects we are doing, that is taking a lot of time. When we start using some advanced tools, you can do it in within 5 minutes or less. Okay, but for this we will just stick with what we have. We have gotten these two big circles, and the next thing I want to do is to get these lines. We have from here to here is 10, the total distance, so it means from the center point to here is 5. If we are taking it from the center, I'll click on this, click on the copy tool, select it, and type 5 to this point, type 5 to this point. Same thing applies here. Click on the copy tool, select it, select the base point, 5 here, move down to this point, 5 here. Okay. Another tool we are going to use is the tan radius. For this, you can see a small circle here with radius 3. I'm going to do that. Click on this point and click on this point. Use radius as 3. Do the same thing here. Tan radius, click on this point, 3. Come down here, tan radius, click on this point, 3. Right click, repeat, circle. Okay, you can come here, tan radius, click on this point, and 3. Come here, tan radius, click here, 3. Click here, 3. Click here, 3. Click here, 3. Okay, we have successfully done this, and the distance from this center point to this point is 45. We are also going to make some adjustments. I'll select this from this center point, if I'm correct, yeah, from the center point, and make a copy, select, and I'm just going to move out, then 45. Same thing applies to this, 45. Escape, copy the center point, that's what I'm looking for, and I'm going to move it upwards, make sure it's straight, 45. Move it downwards, 45. Then I can start trimming. Click on the trim tool, and I'll go back to my object again. Okay, so this is basically what I'm trimming. Like I said, there are faster way of doing some of all these things, but we are sticking on this for the purpose of this training, just for the purpose of this training. We are going to look at some of these advanced tools in the upcoming classes. Okay, what I'm doing now is basically removing the excess materials that are not needed. Okay, you can see I have successfully drawn this, although it took me a while. But like I said, there are shorter ways doing doing things like this, which we're also going to look at this in the advanced class. In our next class, which we are going to have virtually, I'm going to explain some of all these things, and you can also ask me questions where necessary. And in our advanced class, we're also going to do hatches how to use the hatch tool, how to use the dimension tool. For those of you that don't know how to dimension, we're also going to look at 3D modeling, we are going to convert all this we have drawn to 3D models. We are going to do a lot of things in the advanced class. The advanced class is something you don't need to miss. That's what we show you as a professional. There are, a lot of things. We're also going to look at layers. You are going to develop an AutoCAD drawing like a real professional. So I don't want you to miss that advanced class. When the advanced class comes up, make sure you participate in it fully. We are going to brush up again from all the things we have done. There are other tools we didn't touch, like we didn't touch the construction tool, we didn't touch a lot of tools, based on the fact that this is something we want to give everyone a basic understanding of what AutoCAD is, and that experience, a beginner friendly class. But when the advanced class comes, please make sure you participate in it. Thank you once again for taking your time to learn AutoCAD with me. My name is Prince Christopher, and I will see you in the virtual training. Thank you.